Nah. Oh, baby, let's play some longest journey. Oh, my God. It's a game with a journey for me and a journey for you. And I want this stat thing from Weird Razor Cortex to go away. It's really not that useful unless I want to know where the battery level of my mouse is. And even then, it does a shitty job. All right, hey. So, plan for today is pretty simple. We've completed the longest chapter, in my opinion, chapter 7. And because I planned things poorly, I did chapter 7 and chapter 8 together. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Chapter 7 is pretty short. Chapter 8 is the long one. Chapter 9 and 10 should go quick, so this stream is not going to be as long as some of my other ones for this series, for those watching the archive. Just click next on the playthrough, and you will know what this is all about. So, for those that don't remember from the previous video, basically April Ryan has gone on a long journey to learn of the Mer people, as well as the flying bird, like, whatever people, and then encountered the sleeping dragon god at the bottom of the ocean, who then took us to the dark people, who are these kind of floating hooded people. And now we've noticed that the basically the pier is empty. The town appears to be in a state of disrepair. We'll kind of run on over and see what is going down.
I know that sound.
Oh no. Chaos.
And I know that vortex. A shift. Cortez must have found me, and just in the nick of time, too. God, that was close. What caused that shift to open just in time? It has to be Cortez. Finally.
Hello? Anybody there? Who's there?
It's just me.
April. It's good to see you again.
Father Raul, where is Cortez? I thought he'd be here.
I haven't seen Cortez for a week, and it worries me. He usually stops by once every few days.
When did you last see Cortez?
Father
It must have
Cortez,
been-
drop the bullshit.
I
You know about
think it
this
was last
whole
Sunday.
dual world
Exactly
bullshit.
1 week today. He's been gone longer than that before, but this time
What?
This time I have a feeling there's something wrong. I don't like that feeling.
Is there anything you're not
Is there
telling me,
anything
Father
you're not telling me,
Raul?
Father Raul?
I don't know what you,
Yes, you do. You're no ordinary priest. You know about Stark and Arcadia, about the balance, and I'm sure you know a lot more about Cortez than you're willing to let on.
How did you...
I heard you and Cortez talking last Sunday, and it scares me. And pisses me off to think that you're using me, that you're keeping things from me. I thought for sure that I could trust Cortez, but as it turns out...
You're surprised that a Catholic
I
priest
can't.
is
I was
hiding
hoping to confront him
secrets
with
and not
this,
telling you the
but he's not
truth about
around, and
things?
You're part of it too, aren't you?
April,
You don't say.
you have to trust me when I tell you.
Sorry, I can't trust anybody anymore. There's so much at stake, and I don't know who to trust, Father. Please, tell me what you know.
I'm sorry, April. I mean, I'm sorry you don't feel like you can trust anyone anymore, and I'm sorry that I don't know more than I do. But I will try to answer your questions honestly and openly as much as I can.
Who is
Who is Cortez? I was going to ask, where is he?
What do you mean?
The way people react when I mention his name, the fact that he seems to have been alive for a very long time, and that he knows as much as he does. Who is he?
It's funny, but I've been asking that very same question myself many, many times. Who is this man? He's old, yes, and powerful. He has strong magic, but he rarely lets on exactly how strong he is. He prefers to be considered eccentric.
God, they mess up
crazy
Cortez
even.
so badly
They are both
in the
excellent
later
disguises.
games. Or not necessarily mess up, they just forget he exists.
You still haven't answered my question about Cortez.
That's because I cannot answer. I just don't know. He found me when I first came here. You see, I'm not just a Catholic priest. I'm also a sentinel, a minstrel.
You're a minstrel?
Yes, do you find that strange?
How can you belong to two religions at the same time?
Belief in the balance and belief in God are not mutually exclusive. The sentinel order
Okay,
was founded
Stephen
on the
Gould,
basis of protecting the
non-overlapping
balance, not to worship
magisteria.
a higher power. As long as our devotion to whatever God we believe in doesn't conflict with our duty to the balance, and vice versa, who is to say we can't work in the best interest of both?
I guess. I just always thought of the Sentinel as its own faith.
It is a faith, but a faith in something less than God, yet more than magic or the laws of nature. The balance was created by someone, was it not?
I don't know.
Nor do I. But I believe. I have faith. That's enough.
What did you mean when you said Cortez found you?
One day, he came to visit me here. He knew who I was, that I was a minstrel, and that I was devoted to restoring the balance as well as to my guide. We soon became good friends. He was very worried about the imminent collapse of the balance, yet told me that he was waiting for someone special, someone who might be able to help us.
Me?
Yes. He waited for a long time for you to show up, and when you did, it was hard for him trying to convince you that he wasn't crazy. I guess his disguise was too good. I don't know much more than that. Cortez tells me very little, only that you're the key to the survival of the balance. I can only assume that you're the new guardian?
That's what I've been told. Not by Cortez, of course.
No. I understand your frustration, but I cannot help you any more than I have. If there's anything at all...
Thanks, Father. But you've done enough.
It feels like I've done nothing. But God be with you, and the balance too.
How did you become a Sentinel
Okay.
Minstrel?
Sit back
The
and
Sentinels
relax.
are
This is
not
mostly a
numerous and
talky
stark.
bit.
Not yet. Not with the
There's
Vanguard,
one
the troops of
puzzly thing
Voltec,
that we need to do at the
keeping a
border
watchful
house.
eye and striking down anyone who dares to proclaim their faith in the balance. But the Sentinel are here, and when they find someone who they believe will be sympathetic to their cause, they approach them. That's what happened to me.
They asked you to join?
No, they told me the truth. I was studying theology at the time, and I found scriptures that challenged conventional wisdoms, made me question the validity of my faith. But once I learned the truth about the balance and the Guardian and the ongoing war with the Vanguard, it became easier to believe in God again, because now things made sense. And so, in the end, I chose to become not only a priest, but a minstrel, and I don't regret my decision.
Have you ever been to Arcadia?
No, I'm not a shifter. I'm stuck here, unfortunately. I don't mind. I've been fortunate enough to read most of the scriptures of the balance, and that in itself is a rare privilege for a Starker like me.
I don't have any more questions right now.
If you do, please ask. I want to help, and that's the truth.
How are things here?
You mean in the cathedral?
No, I mean here in Newport. How have things been going?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Why? Have you been away?
You could say that, yeah.
It's just been hot and humid, and it's getting worse by the day.
Didn't want the weather
Apparently
report where they're
crime
like,
is on
have
the
there been
rise.
killings?
But what
Has
else is
things
new?
been rough? Activity by the evil cultists?
I have to run, Father.
I hope to see you again soon, April. Please take care of yourself. And if you see Cortez, tell him to see me. Tell him that I've been worried.
Okay. So let's leave the cathedral. Now I believe we will go to the border house. Let's go here. Again, I forget.
I really should go home and change into something that doesn't make me look like a medieval restorationist.
Yeah, April, I get you, but also, next time, don't... you see a sparkling, glowing portal to an alternate dimension, or you've already traveled to alternate dimensions, maybe don't travel or interact with it in your underwear? Oh, fuck, I gotta save before this. I forget if this is actually, like, a weird time thing, but...
What's going on here?
April, run! Get out of here!
Why? What's the...
Run, April, now!
I wouldn't listen to her if I were you. Move over there. I said move!
Emma, who's this man? Tell me what's going on. Who are you? What do you want?
He's just following orders, Miss Ryan. He's just a servant. My servant.
Oh, right.
I was hoping you would join our little party. You're a very difficult person to find, Miss Ryan. A very difficult person to find.
What are you doing to my friends?
If you cooperate, nothing. Nothing permanent, at any rate. But if
This scene's
you
actually
make this
kinda
any
cool.
harder than
I
it has
like
to
this
be,
moment.
I will have your friends shot. All of them.
What do you... Do I know you? I know you. I've seen your face somewhere.
My name is Halloway. Gordon Halloway. I work for Jacob McAllen, who I am certain you have heard of, yes? He runs the Church of Voltec, also known as the Vanguard. He has been insisting on meeting you, Miss Ryan. Of course, we were not sure who you were at first, but we knew we would find you in Venice. You did give us a run for our money, I must admit. Your shift a week ago today made it a lot easier, but then you decided to stay out of town for a while. Smart. Coming back, though, was rather stupid.
What do you want from me?
We want you, and what you carry with you. We have our connections in Arcadia. We know of your journey north. Good job on our friend Mr. Clax, by the way. Good job. Very impressive. Of course, not to mention the fine work you did on that Gribbler creature. She was not very cooperative. She just refused to listen to reason. But she was a twisted old girl, and we
I love it.
respected that. Unfortunately, we lost track of you once you set out to sea. The Tyran are not very comfortable with water, and so there was no chance of sending anyone after you. However, With your good fortune and, shall we say, good breeding, I am certain you brought some valuable items back with you. I would expect no less from a bright and industrious girl such as yourself. So, give me what you have and let us be done with this nasty business. I will let your friends go, and then you and I will go on a little trip.
There's nothing I have that you could possibly want.
Leave that decision to me, Miss Ryan. Just hand it all over, and we can let these fine people return to their pathetic
I like this guy.
little lives. You have caused them.
I mean, I
enough
don't like him,
pain.
but
Yes.
boy,
we
the Church of Voltac,
Still need to teach you and your friends a lesson.
the evil monolithic
Shoot
organization
that one.
replacement for the Church of Voltac in Dreamfall.
Emma!
Oh, fuck. I forgot they just shoot Emma.
What the hell is going on?
Get out of my way, Zach!
Where are you going, April? Don't you know the game's up?
What game, Zach? They're trying to kill me. They just shot Emma.
Who did?
The agents, the Vanguard.
But they said they weren't really gonna hurt nobody. They were just gonna...
They said? What do you mean? You spoke with them?
No, I mean, they were just gonna arrest you and...
You bastard! You sold me out? You killed Emma? Do you know that? You killed my best friend!
I didn't...
Get. Fucking eat it, Zach.
Zach, are you... Shit!
Get in the fucking apartment, April.
Open up. If you don't open, we'll break down the door.
Up, I closed the window.
Let's do it. Take it down.
Oh, God, this is not gonna be fun, but I don't have a choice. Close your eyes, April!
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
So this is why, as annoying as I find the whole listening to stories bit with the flying people, it's really the last time when it's a fun fantasy journey. Okay, so the guard's right there. Let's use the invisibility potion.
Who's there? I know somebody's there. I can hear you. Nah, probably just a sewer rat.
Sewer rat?
Sewer rats!
I got my body back. That was a close call, though. If I'd been caught, I don't want to think about what would have happened.
The way this game handles action-oriented sequences I don't think is bad. Let's go to the cafe. Oh no! We've been cornered by evil Vanguard agents. Go to the door,
What's that?
April.
The mystery door.
The
It's
mystery door. Hey, lady. How you doing? I'm covered in shit, and,
I'm pretty sure, actually. I'm not in Venice anymore. Now
you're
I
the
know
star
how
who
Alice and
told
Dorothy
the
felt.
story at the start of the game.
Warm and cozy. Moby Dick, Oliver Twist, The World According to Garp, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, the Holy Bible.
One of these things is not like the other.
It's an eclectic collection, that's for sure.
Welcome, April Ryan.
I won't ask how you know my name, but who are you?
The Lady Elvane is my name now.
And where am I? What's this place?
This is my home, the house of all worlds.
This is Arcadia? It looked like I passed through a shift, but it didn't feel... It felt different. Not like shifting.
It's similar to shifting, except that you did not pass through dreams, and you're not in Arcadia, nor in Stark. This place is between
boy.
and everywhere.
If I actually get to
Don't
Dreamfall
worry.
chapters,
You are safe from your pursuers, for the moment.
the way they address
Did
this,
you bring me here?
You brought yourself here.
not
But
good.
yes, I opened a doorway for you.
Why?
Because that's how the story goes, April. You escape. You outrun your pursuers, and your journey continues. It's been written, and we cannot change that now.
Lady Elvane, I appreciate your help, but I'm so tired of hearing about my destiny and about prophecies. I've lost a good friend today, and...
She's not dead.
What? What did you say?
Emma's not dead. She was hurt, but not killed.
Oh, thank God. Are you sure?
I'm quite certain. She is on her way to the hospital as we speak. But the others, Charlie, Fiona, they're angry at you. They blame you for Emma's pain and for not letting them in on the truth.
They should blame me. I brought it all to them. The violence, the chaos. I've hurt so many people since this all started. And yet, at the time, it all seemed...
Is that dude dead?
justified.
Yes.
It was. The fate of the many depend on the sacrifice of the few. Your sacrifice most of all. You've made so many, and you'll have to make many more before this is all over.
Will it ever be over?
Eventually. The pain won't go away, though. You'll keep that with you forever.
I don't know if I can go on. It's so hard.
Listen to me, April. You must go on. You must be brave. They all depend on you. And you can do it. You can get through this. Just remember what's important and what's not. Remember who your friends are and trust them. Let them help you.
I already did that, and look where it got them.
So, somebody gets hurt. That doesn't mean you can give up. I want you to go to Mercuria, to see for yourself how those who are not willing to surrender are holding up. You can learn from their courage.
I can't go there. I can't shift. People tell me I have this talent, but it's not true. If I can't use it, what good is it?
I'm just going to go ahead and say
You
this.
have used it twice already.
Charlie and Emma are present in
April,
Dreamfall.
child, you must learn to believe in yourself and your abilities.
They completely dropped their
Use what you
plotline in
know,
Dreamfall
what
chapters,
you do best,
and it is a
to
bummer.
Focus your magic.
What I do best? You mean painting?
If that's what you do best, then yes. Use that as a focal point. After a while, you won't even need that. But it's a beginning.
What about the other things I have to do? What about the Guardian?
The Vanguard are holding Adrian, the Guardian, captive. But they still don't know where the entrance to the Guardian's realm is located.
Shouldn't I free Adrian immediately?
Go first to Marcuria. The doorway will bring you there. If you go straight back to Stark, the Vanguard will find you.
Thanks, Lady Alvane. I'm not going to ask you how you know everything you just told me, because I'm not sure I want to know.
Good luck on your journey ahead, April. I will keep my fingers crossed for you.
Maybe I'll see you again.
Oh, I'm quite certain of that. Quite certain.
Okay. And it's weird to think, but we are now done with Chapter 10. Chapter 9 is quick. Some of the chapters are really about those action-oriented set pieces rather than anything that's explicitly adventure gamey
It's
puzzle.
deserted, and from the looks of the place, I'd say they left in a hurry, too. It's deserted. The Journeyman. Clean and clear. Much unlike the water in Venice.
Jump in the water, you smell like shit. Okay, so we'll go to the temple.
The doors are locked and bolted. I guess the Sentinel have decided to skip town with the rest of the population. No, it's all locked up.
Okay.
Enter, honored guest, and I would have been with you presently.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Abnaxus.
Should I not have been okay, April Ryan?
I wasn't sure. Everybody else has left town.
Yes, most everyone did. A
A
war
war
is coming.
War were declared.
Shouldn't you be leaving too, then?
I am, after I see you again.
You shouldn't be putting yourself in danger for my sake, Abnaxus.
Then, for the sake of the balance, you will find 3 stones, yes?
I did, yeah. Just missing one now.
Here, this was the stone of the Venar entrusted to me. I was to take this to Marcuria, and there hold embassy until the Kanangla will come to take it from me.
You had this the whole time? Why didn't you tell me before?
To have been carrying this on your journey will be too risky, April Ryan. You have it now. 4 stones to make one. Now my task is done.
I was looking out for
and
you,
the veil
April.
is upon me. There is only the present and the past now. Only those 2, not the future. The veil is upon us all, April Ryan. I must leave for my people, to be with them in this time of darkness.
The excellent
Thank you
face
for
of
your help,
Abnaxus.
Abnaxus.
For a
I
fellow
will
without
miss
an
you.
act, he wields a
And
great
I
level of
you,
dexterity.
April Ryan.
Yeah,
May the
his face
balance
is like
bless
among
you.
the most
May the
animated.
balance bless and protect us all.
Like, you see so many people who just stand in front of you and their faces don't even animate. Like, maybe they'll do hand gestures, but they don't do these highly... Some PS1 games don't even do that shit. Let's go ahead and talk to... oops, nope. Let's talk to Brian Westhouse.
I figured you'd still be here, Brian.
April Bloody Rye. Well, what do you know? It's good to see you, girl. Now get the hell out of Marcuria before the shit hits the fan.
You're not leaving, are you, Mr. Westhouse?
I guess I'm not. I always was an idiot.
You're not an idiot, Mr. Westhouse.
Brian Westhouse gets
Brian,
better in 2.
You're just fighting for something you believe
He's
in,
like
something
one
you
of the
care about.
weird characters that actually gets better in the second game.
About this bloody town.
I think you do. I think you care a lot. But you hate
And
to
then
admit
what
it.
they do with Brian in Dreamfall Chapters is the worst fucking thing ever.
Hands, you know? First thing I ever
It
did,
actually
I was
causes
proud of.
almost all of Dreamfall
Real
Chapters to come crashing down to me. It just
I ain't
breaks
about
the entire
to leave
experience.
it to those damn tyrant trolls waltzing in here under the pretense of defending their borders. It's the Vanguard holding their leash, be sure of that.
What are you gonna do when they get here?
I got an old gun locked up in the pantry. Enough bullets to take down at least 24 of those goblins. I'm going down fighting, that's for sure.
You'll be fine, I'm sure of that. Just leave the bottle be until the victory party, okay?
Don't worry about that, girl. That's my last batch of real whiskey. All I got left now is bloody Marcurian wine. And believe me, you don't want to get drunk on that.
I believe you. Just take care of yourself, Brian. Take real good care.
And you, Miss Ryan. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you. And if you ever come back this way...
I promise to visit you, of course. Goodbye, Brian.
Like, that's the weird thing, is like, as annoying and fiddly as like listening to those kids tell the story. That's the last time that this is an optimistic, fun fantasy journey. Like, it's all dark from here. Hey, book guy, how you doing?
So you're still here?
Eh? Oh, it's just you. If you have come to use the library, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. We're all very busy today. Very busy indeed.
Don't worry, I didn't come by to do any reading today.
Good. With the Tyrant army approaching, we don't have much time.
Shouldn't you be leaving the city?
Leaving? No, I'm staying here with my fellow minstrom. The Enclave is our life and our home, and we're not letting the Vanguard and the Tyrant army drive us away. But we will defend ourselves.
With what? Books?
We may look harmless, but don't judge a book by its cover. There are many of us who are skilled in magic. I can throw a pretty mean ball of fire myself. We even have swords and bows, and a few of us are well versed with deadly weaponry. So we won't be easily defeated, trust me.
Is Vestrum Tobias around?
Oh, goodness. You do not know? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Tobias, he's dead. Murdered.
No, by whom?
We don't know, but we suspect Vanguard agents, of course. In the chaos of the evacuation, the soldiers had their hands full making sure no one was trampled, and that looters were promptly apprehended. When we visited the temple after everyone had left, there were so many books and valuable artifacts we wanted to bring here for safekeeping. We found Tobias by the mules he loved so dearly. He'd been stabbed in the heart, and from the looks of it, he didn't resist much at all. He probably even knew his assailant.
Why Tobias? He was the kindest, gentlest man I've ever known. Always helpful, always ready to listen. I'll really miss him.
So will all of us. He was a great man, and a great Vestrum, and we will never see another like him. But unfortunately, there were many who disagreed with his views, and the Vanguard, well, they would be happy to see the end of him for good.
Another reason for doing everything we can to stop them. Good luck.
And to you, the same.
Okay, let's go down.
It's a rusty wheel. It's a pool of seawater. You'd think that it'd be a bad idea to have a pool inside a library on account of the moisture, but I guess magic makes everything possible. Excuse me?
Yes?
What's the rusty wheel?
What's the rusty wheel downstairs for?
A wheel? Oh, yes, the wheel. That's used for draining the water out of the pool.
Good luck.
And to you, the same.
Now this part of the game is not very clear. This might actually get a... I'm not going to say this gets a 10.
The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor.
But
it's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep.
this is where you're supposed to put the stones. Come on, pick it up. For the longest time, I got stuck here. I couldn't see that this was where you were supposed to put all this stuff. Like, you don't even, like, need to do this manually. You just hover the item over the correct slot. And I do admit that they do foreshadow that this is indeed something that you're going to need to do. But I still think that this is a little... it's not pronounced enough to where this is an easy thing to see. And know that this is where you're going to put all of these stones that you've collected. The Triforce of Power, you've got all parts. This is where it goes.
think something's gone wrong. It looks like something's blocking the dragon's mouth from opening up completely.
Oh, what do we do when there's something we can't reach? Let's play the flute.
Don't tell me. You need help with something you can't get to.
Nice to see you, too. Why so cynical?
Because it seems like the only times you call me is when you need me to do something. It's never to say, "Hello, Crow, what have you been up to?" Or, "Hey, just wanted to let you know how much I love you."
Crow, shut the fuck up
Sorry,
and just do your
There's
job.
just so much on my mind, I forget to treat my friends right.
Friend? I'm your friend. Whatever you need me to do, babe, I'm there.
Oh, God. Crow's not the worst in Dreamfall.
Something's preventing that stone dragon's
He's
mouth
not
from
terrible.
opening completely. Could you check it out?
That's it? Easy. Yeah, I see what's wrong here. When was the last time they cleaned this thing? There's there's pigeon crap all over it. Some of it's so old it's almost petrified.
Great! Peck it off.
Peck it? No, that's disgusting. Nobody told me I was gonna be pecking pigeon crap when I joined up for this adventure.
Crow? Peck it off!
Yike! I'm on fire!
Ah! This looks like some Bible story movies stuff, if I've ever seen it.
The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor. It's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across.
Hey, you not see that shit? My guy, can you, unlock?
Excuse me?
Yes?
Good luck.
And to you, the same.
It's stuck. Excuse me?
Yes?
Do you know why the drainage wheel is stuck?
I don't know why this
Goodness,
extra
it
step
is?
exists.
Yes, of course it is. We keep the sluices locked so that the pool is not drained by accident.
Could you unlock it for me?
Certainly. But why?
Because I need to drain the pool.
Goodness me, you do? Very well, I will unlock the sluices.
I gotta get this disc. This disc is the key to everything. Oh, I didn't realize that it was that much water.
It's the complete and assembled stone disc, forged by the fire of a dragon and chilled in the cool waters of the Sentinel Enclave.
I'm debating if I want to do chapter 11 because we are. This was quick. No, go. God damn it. The Tyrell. They're here.
Oh my god, it's an army heading this way, and they've got the road blocked. Where's a shift when you need one? I'm in real trouble here. Come on, shift. I did it last time I was scared out of my mind, and I don't feel any safer now. It's not working. I'm just gonna have to hide out in the... Oh!
Hooray! Chapter 11.
Saved by the bell. Again. I'm like the Incredible Hulk, except my powers only work when I'm scared silly. That's the second time I've opened a shift by instinct alone when I've been in mortal danger. The frustrating thing is, I still don't know how to do it when I'm not scared. Wait, didn't the old lady say I should use what I do best to focus my talents? Is running away really what I do best? Come to think of it, why did the shift dump me here? I wasn't even thinking about the studio.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. Let's do chapter 11. We're gonna do chapter 11. Alright, so right here to help her understand, I want to point out that you finally understand that this is the Mer people. You didn't get it the first time you saw it.
The old woman, Lady Elvane, was it? She said something about using my craft to focus my powers, to learn how to open a shift at will. I guess it's worth a try. I did it! On my own, I did it!
April.
Oh, Mother. What's wrong with you?
Touch me, April.
What's happening to you, Mother?
I am dying, April.
But you can't die. You're the Mother, the White Dragon. You're eternal. Aren't you?
The mother is, April, but I am not. It is time for the new to replace the old, for the seed to grow into a flower, and for the withered and the gray to turn to dust and pass on into the ages.
Help me understand, please.
Take my blue eye, the crystal. You need it.
But I can't.
Take it, quickly.
Thank you. Please don't go.
I am tired. The war with chaos has taken its toll on me. I wish I could have seen my children grow up.
Ajax!
When will the egg hatch?
When I die and turn to dust, be here then to witness the new mother.
I promise.
Be who you are, Do not be afraid of that.
Who am I?
My daughter. My own daughter.
Ajax! April, the way I see it, this white dragon is what caused all of your problems in the first place, of being thrust into a weird adventure that you didn't ask for.
Be who you are. Sister? Sister. I can do it now. I can shift. It's not easy, but I can do it. Ironic as it may be, though, I think I've done all I can do in Arcadia. I have the 2 Arcadian Dragon's Eye jewels, the disc, and a star map. Now I need to find the Guardian, the 2 missing jewels, and somebody who can help me decipher the star map, and I have to look for those things here, in Stark.
Alright, let's read April's diary. Alright. Oh, wait, I did this the last stream, but I used a different save. Okay. Yep. Okay, let's do this. I think this is where we stop. The ancient dragon, the Mehrunes sleeping god, was obtuse like most creatures I've met this past week, but at least he gave me one of the 4 jewels I need to complete the stone disc, and he's taking me to meet the Dark People, and apparently they will give me a map of the stars where the entrance of the Guardian's realm is now located, amongst the stars. How the hell am I gonna get up there? Well, I'll deal with that problem later on. For now, I'll just keep obsessing about what the dragon said, about who I am and what I am. He said that my journey began with an answer, and it is only now that I know the question. What does that mean? I feel I should know that the answer is just right there in front of me, but I can't grasp it. I just don't know what he means, and it's really, really frustrating. How many weird and mysterious people are there in Arcadia? It seems for every normal person, and I mean that in the broadest possible sense, there are 5 or 6 strange, obtuse, meandering creatures with a tendency to speak really slowly. Oh, wait, no, we read this one. Wow, that thing, that chaos vortex, popped up again. I guess again, because I'd really hope our first rendezvous was a dream, nothing but a dream. But hey, apparently not. So not only is it back, it looks like it's chasing me, and it's gotten a hell of a lot bigger. Now, by some incredible stroke of luck, or more likely Cortez, a shift opened up in the nick of time and deposited me here in the cathedral. Convenient, if a little freaky. And why wait so long to bring me back? Not that I haven't accomplished almost everything I need to accomplish in Arcadia, save for the 4th piece of the stone disc and the 2nd Arcadian Dragon's Eye jewel. But come on, Cortez. Come on, Cortez could have at least brought me back for a change of underwear at some point. Father Raoul tells me that Cortez hasn't been around for a whole week, not since I overheard the conversation between the 2 of them last Sunday. That's pretty scary, and it also means that whoever brought me back here, whoever helped me open a shift, it wasn't him. Wait, the dream I had a few nights ago, I remember it distinctly. I saw Cortez trapped inside some machine. I thought that was just a nightmare. Could it be that what I was seeing was some kind of vision? It's not impossible, but where is he being kept, and who's behind it? Safe money, it's got something to do with the Vanguard. I need to get home and figure stuff out. They shot Emma. They killed her. God knows what they've done to Mickey and Fiona and Zach. They got him too, but I'm not gonna shed any tears over him. He sold us out, all of us, because of me. It's all my fault. I got them involved, my friends, and it got Emma killed, and maybe the others too, and I don't know what to do or how to feel. I'm so miserable. I hate myself. Yet, at the same time, could I have done anything different? We were all caught up in whatever this is, this cosmic farce. Isn't it ever gonna end? Maybe when I accept my destiny and give up everything to become Guardian, maybe that's where it's gonna end. And now I don't. No choice. Because if I give up now, Emma's death will mean nothing. I have to go on. I have to go on. Now more than ever. Sunday, August 6th, around midday, and my life was hanging by a thin thread this morning. If the Lady Alvane hadn't invited me to her house by way of what looked like a shift, I would have been captured and maybe killed by now. She also told me that Emma will be okay, and even though I can't be sure she's telling me the truth, I trust that she is. There was something about her, something so disconcertingly familiar that I can't help but trust her implicitly. Not to mention the fact that she helped me out when I most needed it. It's really strange how much she seemed to know about me, and it's so frustrating that she wouldn't tell me more. At least she brought me here to Mercuria to see how people are holding up in the face of war, and I guess to complete the disc. I wonder who stayed on, Tobias maybe, or Abnaxis. I don't know he'd leave without saying goodbye. And Brian, can't forget Brian. I'll have to go visit them, all one last time. Marcuria is completely deserted. It's strange how ghost-like the city feels, how frightening a similar sight can be when there's nobody around, when all you can hear is the wind and the sea. Where did they all go in such a hurry? The city has not been invaded. Everything looks the same as if it did before. The Tyrant army must be close, though, if nobody dared stay any longer. I'll have to hurry up and get things done before they get here. I don't know a lot about these tyrant creatures, but from what I've been told, they're not particularly friendly. I got the final stone, the last piece of the disc of the balance. Abnaxis had it. I'm so glad it was him, although I wish he'd told me earlier. At least I didn't have to go find another magical species living in a lake of lava or in some kind of poisonous swamp or something like that. So what now? Well, these 4 stones are supposed to be combined into one stone, one disc, which will serve as a key into the Guardian realm. The question is, how do I make this disc, and where? Tobias told me the disc used to be kept at the Enclave, so that's a good place to start, I guess. I figured out where the 4 pieces of the disc used to be kept, at the Enclave, and with a little help from Crow, I managed to melt the stones with fire into one complete stone disc. Now, all I have to do is retrieve the disc from the pool inside the library, find the second Arcadian Dragon's Eye Jewel, and go home. The fact that I have no idea how to go about accomplishing those 2 last tasks doesn't really bother me. I've been in the worst binds before, and all of them during this past week, so I'm betting I'll be able to figure this one out too. Again, with the last minute shifting, what's up with that? Who's doing this? Am I really opening a shift on my own without realizing it? And can I only do this when I'm scared out of my mind? That's not particularly convenient. But now I'm just thinking about myself, which I have a nasty habit of doing. What about Minstrom Yaren and Brian and all the other people left in Marcuria? They're facing an army with nothing but their courage. How are they going to cope? I have it easy. I can always run away. They can't. They have too much fight for. They have too much fight for. They have too much fight for? They have too much fight for. Okay. I'll have to keep them out the only way. I'll have to help them out. I read one poorly written sentence and it shook me. I'll have to help them out the only way I know how, by finishing what I started. I still need to go back to Arcadia one last time to retrieve the second Dragon's Eye jewel, and I think I know where to find it, where all this started. The only question is, how do I get there? Lady Alvane said to use my talent, to focus my powers. My only talent is art. The White Dragon is dead, but she lives on in her daughter, in the White Dragon Reborn. But to know now that she was my mother, my real mother, I don't know how to feel anymore. Is it true? Is it? Because I feel that it is, and because that would explain so much. My journey did begin with an answer, like the old dragon told me, and it's only now that I know the question, who am I? I'm the daughter of the White Dragon, which makes me one of the kin, whatever that means. So am I still April Ryan? Am I still myself? I don't even know that. I've always known I was adopted, but to know that I'm not even really human, that I was put on this earth for a purpose and that everything happens for a reason, scary. Suddenly the prospect of becoming guardian doesn't seem so impossible after all. At least it would put an end to all my problems for the time being, kind of like checking out of the world for a time, 1,000 years. This part where you find out she's Drakeen, they completely fuck this up. Totally fucked that up. I got the disc. I got 2 of the Dragon's Eye jewels. I got the star map, and Burns Flipper should have my fake ID ready right about now, which means I can go to Grendel Avenue where the Vanguard have their headquarters, and with luck I'll be able to find out what they know about the Guardian if they have him. Also, I need to find somebody to decode this star map for me to find out where the entrance to the Guardian's realm is located. That done, I just need to find the second 2 jewels. Cortez told me he knew where to find them, so this means I'll have to find him. God, my schedule is really packed, isn't it? How do you get to Flipper's place? Oh. Why is it this many clicks?
Sorry I'm late.
Whoa! It's the fake ID girl. Hold on.
You got it?
Where you been, man? I've been holding on to this for a week now. Yeah, a week.
What's the trouble? I paid up front.
What's the trouble? What's the fucking trouble? The trouble is, baby, this thing's hot. It sizzles, man. They catch me with the shit on my hands, they give me 20 at least.
Like you wouldn't get twice that for any of the stuff you have in here.
Yeah, but that's mine, man. Mine. My problem. This here is yours. Shit, take it. I don't want it anymore. What up?
That's all.
Okay, we need to give him the star map.
Any chance of you deciphering this for me?
Looks old. This old? It looks old. It's gotta be old. What do you do, rip off a museum or something? Because I'm cool with that.
It was a gift. Would you be able to calculate the coordinates of that cross based on the positions of the stars?
Shouldn't be a problem, as long as this thing's accurate. I'll just do some chem trace tests. See when it was made, and then figure out the rotation of the constellations and calculate the... Yeah, sure.
And what's it gonna cost me?
This time, you still got credit from the AG unit you gave me. Works like a fucking charm, I'll tell you, baby. It's hot. I can float like the wind. Toots. Even with 2 people on at the same time. Oh, yeah.
I don't want to know that. So, when can I get the results?
Can't do the chem tests here, but I'll call a friend of mine. Owes me a favor. Come back later. Yeah, later. Much later.
Sure.
And hey, don't wait a week this time.
Got it.
So we have the fake ID. I believe we go to the Metro Circle. Ah, right. We have to go to the left. Of here. Last time we went right.
It's a police officer.
For some reason, this police officer's character model is not displaying correctly. Hey, that was a perfectly fine pizza. What the fuck, dude?
There's one piece of moldy pizza left inside this pizza box, and it seems to have chemically merged with the cardboard, so I'd better, keep it closed.
Okay, fine.
They got the coolest clothes in that store. The coolest and most expensive. I saved for months to buy a pair of socks there once. The coolest pair of socks I ever had. I could definitely do with a change of clothes. And so what if this store's way out of my league? After what I've been through, I deserve to splurge a little. I look good, I feel good. Thank God they had a thermal shower in there. I needed a proper disinfection and delousing.
I don't know if you have to do this. I always do this. Let's use the shuttle now. Yeah, like, these set pieces and this level of technology, this version of Stark is so much better than the version of Stark you get in Dreamfall. And I get that there's the story reason is that there's this technological collapse after the events of Longest Journey, and we have to, like, regress technologically in the land of humanity. Man, like, this just looks so good, and I miss this so much.
I have no clue where the MTI building is. I'll just end up walking up and down these streets all day long, and somebody from the Vanguard might eventually spot me. I have no clue where the MTI building is. I'll just end up walking up and down these streets all day long.
Alright, fine, let's talk to the cop.
Officer?
Yes, ma'am?
Can you direct me to the MTI building?
Certainly. See that huge, massive, towering building over there?
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, ma'am.
What a weird adventure game requirement.
Wow, it's a faux Roman palace. How very Las Vegas. Hi there, Jerry.
Gerald, do you have an appointment?
I'm visiting a friend of mine.
Oh, really? Then your name would be in my appointment diary, yes?
I don't know. I don't really have an appointment.
You don't say. And do you really have a friend in the building?
No.
Then I suggest you turn around and walk out of here, miss. This is a private building.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Gerald! And if you do not leave, miss, I will be forced to call
Let's
the
use the
police.
pizza.
Got a pizza delivery for Mr. McAllen.
Really? There's been no... Wait a second. Weren't you in here before?
Me? Nah. Been delivering pies to to Venice. I ain't been up here before. Nice hood, clean pavements, good air.
I could have sworn...
Oh boy. Bada
Very
bing!
well. Give me the pizza and I will see to it that it's delivered to Mr. McAllen as soon as possible.
No can do, guy. This has got to be delivered now before it gets cold. You know how Mr. McAllen gets when his mozzarella is cold.
I can't very well leave my post, so... All right. Step into the elevator and I will send you to Mr. McAllen's office. But I want you back down here pronto, do you understand?
Papers. There's nothing here that's my name and my address. Obviously there's... God, they've been tracking me, watching me. Uh-oh.
Oh. You were the last person I'd expect to find here, Shifter. I've spent an obscene amount of money and resources tracking you down. Since before we knew
You can
your
actually
name,
learn more about him
before you
by
even came
touching
to
other stuff,
Newport.
but I ain't about that.
And then you simply walk into my lap like a mouse into a great big trap, looking for the cheese, I'd imagine. The Guardian. Well, he's not here, I'm sorry to say. He's being held elsewhere, awaiting your directions. You do have them, yes. The directions to the Guardian's realm.
sorry, but I never managed to find the entrance to the Guardian's realm.
Pity, really. And I thought you'd done so well on your journey across Arcadia. At least you have the disc and the 2 jewels I'm missing in your possession. So good of you to bring them here. I thought I might have to go pick them up myself.
I have friends.
Oh, you do? You do. The very best friends, too. Don't make me laugh, girl. Did you really expect your good buddy Cortez to tell you the truth? Or to come to your rescue like a knight in shining armor? He's been using you. Tobias, Cortez, the bloody kin, all your friends. They've been using you for their own selfish reasons. They're no different from me, Shifter. No different at all.
Here's the weird thing. It turns out that the Church of Voltec was right that the worlds needed to be unified by the end of this franchise, which is kind of a problem thematically when you go back and play this game.
They've helped me. You haven't.
Haven't I? I could have caught you earlier, Shifter. I had my eyes and ears in Arcadia, and you have made quite a spectacle of yourself from time to time. But I let you go about your business. And now you return to me with precious gifts. So don't tell me I haven't helped you, just as you're helping me now. Now, you have been kept from the truth just as much as everyone, Shifter. You are just a piece in a grand game of chess. You're not even a big piece. You're a pawn. Now, give me the disc and the jewels, the dragon eyes, and then we can wrap this game up. I'm quite certain you know more than you let on about the Guardian's realm as well. I'll have that information too, very soon.
I'm not giving you anything because you're a dick.
I have an army of devoted soldiers in this building, Shifter. I run this city. What are you going to do? Round up a mob of your friends? Forget about shifting as well. There are magical barriers against that in this building.
All right, I give up. Here's the disc and the jewels.
Of course. There's magical barriers that prevent shifting.
You see, I wasn't lying to you, unlike some of your accomplices. You don't have a choice. You must give me what you have.
Fine. Who the hell cares anyway? I'm exhausted and I give up. Cortez has abandoned me. I've hurt my 2 best friends in the world and maybe you're right. Maybe you're no different from the Sentinel. Maybe they're as bad as you, and maybe you deserve each other. It doesn't matter, you've won. What are you gonna do now?
Let me guess. This is where the heroine coaxes a confession from the villain before the final act of the play commences. Very well. I'm all for a satisfying denouement. What now? I have the Guardian, I have the disc and the jewels, the key to the tower. And soon, if you play along like a nice little girl, I'll know where the gateway is.
So you don't need me anymore?
Apparently not. I thought I might, so I decided not to kill you. But now that I have the Guardian himself, your role in this game is up. After you tell me what I need to know, of course.
Then what will happen to me?
Nothing. I'll let you go. You can do me no harm, and I'm not a cruel man. Not unusually so, at any rate.
What will you do once you open the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
Gordon Alloway will take the Guardian's place in the tower, and he will rule according to my plan. The worlds will be reunited, and the Earth will be one realm, as it was, and as it should be.
So, this is all part of your master plan to rule the Earth?
When you put it like that, I guess, yes. But I'll be a fair and just ruler, my dear.
What's the point? You're like, what, 60? In another 60 years, you'll be dead, and then what? Leave the kingdom to your firstborn?
I'll be around a lot longer than 60 years. A lot longer. You really don't know me, do you? You really don't know anything about me.
Apparently not. What happened to Cortez?
Cortez. I had Gordon take care of him. He was just interfering too much for his own sake. There are rules, and he broke them. He brought you into... He broke the rules.
How did you get the other 2 jewels?
I've had one of them for ages. The other came into my possession only a week ago, as luck would have it. And now I have the last 2, and the disc.
Why didn't you go look for the jewels and the pieces of the disc yourself?
I would have. But my power over Arcadia has been disturbingly limited until now. The Tyran have proved a valuable addition to my disciples, and with their help, I've dispensed with most of my opposition in Arcadia. But still, locating the stones would have required the cooperation of the Sentinel. Now, I may be a charismatic man, but I doubt they would have told me anything. And those wretched magical races, you think they would have cooperated?
Evil dude.
No.
This guy seems
they
bad.
They were waiting for their savior, their prophecy come true. And you seem to fit the bill. Why not take advantage of that? As for the jewels, the white and the blue of the Drykin were not likely to submit to me. And that was a battle even I'd be well advised to avoid. But time is ticking, Shifter, and the wheel of the balance is turning. Please, enter the elevator to your right. I want to show you something. What do you think?
What is it?
This is the end result of the centuries of work and research.
If you're wondering why I'm not talking very much, this is a required cutscene.
Shifters such as yourself. Warrior shifters. So tell me.
We got a lot.
What do you think?
I'm impressed.
So you should be. There's technology here that could... well, it has changed the world in ways you could never understand.
Now, give me the disc and the jewels. And don't try anything this time. I might have to hurt you myself.
Okay. I think this scene is pretty cool. I quite enjoy all of this.
I will ask this one last time, because I am a patient man. Where is the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
And I'll say this one final time because I'm a patient woman. Go screw yourself.
That's all I needed to know. I'll leave you alone here for a while. When I come back, I'm sure you'll be a lot more cooperative.
Yeah, evil dude just leaves you to, alone to fuck about.
Elevator locked. Hoverpad exit closed. Hoverpad exit.
Oh shit, I forgot about this part. I forgot about this part.
For McAllen's little demonstration.
Oh, fuck me. Move! April, run! What the fuck?
It's still coming after me. Oh, this wasn't such a good idea. Hey, you want to try discussing things over a hot cup of mocha instead of
What
all this
even is this
killing
thing?
April business?
They do this whole biomutant zombie thing in Dreamfall, and it's just as crazy and stupid. In fact, the human biomechanical mutant thing is way worse.
You've been keeping some rough company,
Dreamfall.
señorita. Better be more careful in the future, no?
Where have you been?
What? Were you worried?
Yes. No, I mean, I was scared you were, you know, dead.
So you care about me. Ave Maria Purissima. What am I going to do now without you telling me to get lost?
Don't joke about this, Cortez. I've been a lot of situations these past few days where I could have needed your help, but you weren't there.
Perdóname. Forgive me, señorita. I've been indisposed. When I finally managed to escape my prison last night, I began looking for you. You left an interesting trail, I must say.
What do you mean?
For one, the border house, most of Venice for that matter, was under guard. There seemed to be some question as to how you managed to escape the Vanguard agents.
Magic.
So I thought. You've been picking up a few pointers in Arcadia.
I'm turning into quite the Girl Scout. It's amazing how resourceful you can be when you're in a bind.
I see. I've noticed.
How did the Vanguard capture you?
With a small army, and with the help of a very dangerous man, Gordon Holloway.
I met him. Not the most personable guy in the world, and he could really do with some sun.
Gordon is a creature of pure logic. He was split in two halves when he was a child, one bound to Stark, the other to Arcadia. The victim of terrible Vanguard experiments, I'm afraid.
The Chaos Vortex, right?
That's him. He's magical and chaotic, half untethered. What some people would call his soul. Gordon would have been Guardian had the Vanguard not destroyed him.
So all of us have a Chaos Vortex
Can he
inside
still be
of
Guardian?
us. I relate to that.
The Vanguard believes so, but if he did become Guardian, he would twist and corrupt the balance to his own benefit. What the consequences would be, I fear to even think.
Have you told me everything I should know, Cortez?
About?
About this. About everything that's happened to me in the past, say, week.
I've told you all I can tell you.
Yeah, sure. You know, I overheard a conversation between you and your friend, Father Raoul, and then McAllen.
Jacob McAllen? He's here?
He was. He released that mutant freak on me, so that I'd tell him where the gateway to the Guardian's realm is.
Hey, Dios mío. We must get you away from here. He's a very dangerous...
This scene is goddamn amazing. I love this scene.
Why, if it isn't a family reunion.
I could smell your hand in this, brother. The Vanguard. Was this the extent of your originality? If you had to meddle in the affairs of mortals, would it not have been prudent to show a little subtlety?
He seized the dragon and bound him for 1,000 years. Free at last, brother?
I didn't picture you walking amongst men in a man's body with a man's name. McAllen. The balance must not have dealt you and yours with the best of hands.
The balance will cease to be, brother. The scales will topple, and the old walls will fall. The age of dragons is imminent, whether you join us or not.
The Age of Dragons. It's like Chrono Cross.
You hate and fear these mortals so much, you bring on chaos to destroy them, but you will
It's
only
time for the
succeed
people of the future to wage war with the reptiles, but with the support of the elemental dragons. And by waging an alternate war in a split dimension, the dragons lose their war against the humans with the past reptiles, the Ayala dimensional.
Kin to my kin. You.
I'm just talking about Chrono Cross's story, guys. It's a
and
good
our
story.
destinies weigh the scales of the universe.
Where do you get all those cliches, kin to my kin? Doesn't it ever bother you that you sound like a badly written play?
Oh, well. I will not miss your sarcasm, brother. It always felt a little strained. Tabas!
Dragon off! Word, whoop, whoop! In one corner, we've got White Dude. On the other corner, we've got Cortez. He's doing his Obi-Wan impression where he lets the bad guy win on purpose.
Cortez! Cortez's watch stopped. Oh God, his heart. That's what Brian said Cortez called it. His heart. His heart has stopped. Cortez is dead. I can't believe that. It doesn't make sense because... He's gone. Everybody I love dies. Everybody I love.
Let's go back into that evil laboratory, April. We gotta get our shit back, April.
Unlock containment chamber? I think yes.
Okay. Oddly enough, what do we need to do? We gotta go to Flipper.
And what, pray tell, took you so long? Excuse me. I'm talking to you. Stop.
I like this scene.
Screw you, Jerry. I can literally feel the price of this outfit. Nice.
I like how nobody noticed the giant dragons. Alright, let's go to Flipper. And this is maybe, for whatever reason, a continuation of the darker tone of the game.
The shipyard's been closed down, but all the machines are still there. It's a wonder nobody... Hello? Flipper? Oh my god, what happened to you?
They shot me. They took the fucking map.
Who?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but they promised me I'd walk again.
Who did?
Halloway, the Vanguard. I had a deal with them. Then, when you come back, I sent word they wanted the map, information on it. They wanted you.
You sold me out to the Vanguard?
I'm so sorry. They threatened me with they said you can walk again or you can fucking die. Your choice. My choice.
I understand. Just take it easy. Don't move too much. I'm gonna call the cops and then...
No! No, don't. I'm dying. They would just put me in jail. Listen to me. April, the map, I deciphered it. They took it with them, everything. But I made a copy. Over there on the screen.
Apparently Ragnar Thornquist has said that this is his least favorite scene.
What am I looking at?
I played with the map you gave me, and though there was information missing,
Apparently he liked the character of
just
Flipper.
take it easy for a while. Don't say anything.
They took
And he also feels like the
See the
writing
flashing
for
cross?
April
That's the destination on the map.
doesn't
Some
really
kind of
convey
anomaly,
the
I guess.
tragedy of this death well.
Nothing about it in any data bank, but right next to it, There's a spaceport, the Morning Star. Transfer terminal to the colonies, luxury hotels, casinos. If you need to get to the position on the map, that's the way to do it. Go to the Morning Star. Holloway was bringing something with him up there to the station. I heard them talking about it. Sounded important.
The Guardian? It's gotta be the Guardian.
These guys are bad, worst. You gotta be careful. Fucking telling you.
I'm the only chance we got.
I know. Get him. Get up there to the Morning Star. Go to the Morning Star. Do what you have to do now.
I will.
I'm sorry.
You okay, Flipper? Flipper! Damn. Thanks, Flipper.
I'll kind of show you what when I went back to Flipper, blah blah blah. Yeah, apparently Ragnar Thornquist hates this note and hates the way that he handled the death of Flipper. It's his least favorite part of the game that he wrote. Okay. So now we're going to go back to the subway. Go back to the Metro Circle. We're going to take the elevator up, and we're going to go all the way up to the space colonization program. Again, oops, this is something that the game does not do a great job of handling, which is, or future games don't handle very well. Humanity in the land of Stark has accomplished space travel and has set up multiple colonies. Somehow, through a technological collapse, we've completely lost the ability to communicate with these colonies.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you today?
Fantastic. And you?
I am just fine, ma'am. Thanks for asking.
Well, isn't that just peachy?
I guess. How may I help you today, ma'am?
None of these work.
I'd like to
Just
register
get
as a
the job
colonist.
Very good, ma'am. You won't regret this decision, I can assure you of that.
I'm sure I will. In fact, I already do.
Yes, well, we'll do our best to find the perfect colony for your tenure after you fill out a simple multiple choice form and...
Why not just call it slavery? I mean, that's what it is, isn't it?
Oh, no, ma'am, certainly not. Our colonists are given the best of care and a full salary to go with their assigned tenure.
Whatever, I just need
April
to get on a
Ryan
ship
is
that'll
such
take
a
me
great
through to the
character in
Morning
this
Star
game.
transfer station.
We do have a ship leaving this evening with colonists bound for Bokamba 8, and that does stop at the Morning Star. But I'd suggest you go through our pamphlets
Sign me up for, what was it? Bokamba 8? That's where I want to go.
All right, ma'am. If you would just hand me your Newport ID card and place your right thumb on that black square, we can get you registered. There. That's it, ma'am. You're registered. Now, if you just take your baggage.
No baggage.
Nothing, ma'am? Well, you will receive everything you need when you get to the colonies, so no problem. Just head up to gate number 1 and wait in our lounge. And I have to remind you that if you choose not to board your ship this evening, you will have committed a corporate offense, and you will be subject to imprisonment.
And a nice day to you, too.
Man, I wish this version of Stark, we saw more of this. Like, what the fuck? Like, these giant space stations just became non-functional and then we just let them... Man, there are parts of Dreamfall that really piss me off. Alright, I've been going for a while. That's gonna be it for today. Let's go ahead and read April's diary. Right, so here's the plan. I got the disc, I got 2 of the Dragon Eye jewels, I got the star mat, and Burns' Flipper should have my fake ID ready right about now, which means I can get to Grendel Avenue where the Vanguard have their headquarters, and with luck, I'll be able to find out what they know about the Guardian, if they have him. Also, I need to find someone to decode this star map for me to find out where the entrance to the Guardian realm is located. That done, I just need to find the second 2 jewels Cortez told me he knew where to find them. Oh wait, I already read this one. Early evening, just before sunset. How many more surprises is life gonna spring on me today? And how many more of my friends will have to die before this is all over? 2 in one day is just too much. Cortez, I can't believe he's gone, just like that. And the fact that he was one of the kin, I didn't even think. I should have known, of course, but then again, I'm not used to friends and family turning out to be dragons from other planets, at least not until last week. So Cortez and McAllen were the 2 Drakeen in Stark. Now I have all 4 jewels, or I will as soon as I retrieve the disc and the jewels from McAllen's safe. Actually, come to think of it, does a fall like that kill dragons? Great question. They don't resolve that, and you just assume they're dead. When I went back to the Flipper to ask him about the Starmet, there was another surprise waiting for me. He'd been shot and left for dead by good old Gordon, my bestest friend in the whole wide world. I can now see why this is something that Ragnar Thornquist said he regretted writing. Flipper was still alive when I got there, barely, and it turns out he'd sold me out. Not that he had a choice, unlike Zack, but at least he felt bad about it, and he managed to give me the information I needed before he... ... Gordon took the Guardian to a colonial transfer station called the Morning Star, the entrance... The whole wormhole that leads into the Guardian's realm is located not too far away from the station, so now I need to get there, somehow. I think it's time to rethink the whole colonization program. Maybe it's good for something after all. This is turning out into one hell of a long journey. They said the thing. They said the thing. Look, long journey. From Newport to Alai and into outer space. Too bad I don't get frequent flyer miles. Yeah, fuck, dude. This note sucks. I'm in space. In space. Can you believe this? That? The trip here went pretty smoothly, all things considered. And my B&M colonist outfit looks pretty sweet on me, believe it or not. But enough with the kidding around. I got a job to do. I need to get away from these colonists before I actually get shipped to some far-off planet. Then I need to rescue the Guardian from wherever it is he's being kept. And together we have to get out there, into space, and open up the wormhole. Once we are inside the Guardian realm, we're home free, I hope. Actually, let me save this here. All right. Let's run down what my production schedule is. I am not going to be streaming tomorrow, nor will I be streaming on Friday. I'm, in fact, going to be on vacation, but I will be back. I will be back. I will be back for a special start to a new series that I'll be doing, which is Teach Me, Gino Senpai, Final Fantasy IX Edition. So, Gino, that Pinguino Greco, is the person in charge of the Deep Listens Discord, and his favorite game is Final Fantasy IX, and he's going to show me the ins and outs of playing Final Fantasy IX. And I gotta play it all. The only thing I will not be doing is Excalibur, because that requires speedrun tactics, and I am not in the mood for that shit. But we're going to try at least once to accomplish everything in that game. But for now, let's go ahead and close that out. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Odd hours and late hours at that. But thank you all for being here. And I'm going to sign off and say peace. Have a great rest of your day and hopefully a good tomorrow.